Good afternoon. It is March the 13th, 2017. Time to recap today's trading and take a look at tonight and tomorrow morning. We'll start with our customary disclaimer. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. As usual, a mouthful. Hey, this is the reality of trading the E-mini today. We have a high of 72 and a low of 65.5. If you're not executing, if you're not selling in this area or buying in this area, you have lousy trade location. And the mean green trades right here in the middle don't work out real well. Probably the best thing we did today on the E-mini is sell 69s to 71s. Our buy was 60 to 62. We didn't get close to it. So unfortunately, I think this is probably what we're going to look at again tomorrow. Just very, very quiet. Not a lot going on. Market will be on hold. Inside day trading range, we're going to probably look at the same price points we did today, except support will be 60 to 65 and resistance will be 70 to 75. Looking at a B split. Pretty square. Won't take a lot to move. The average volume is right in the middle. The actual volume is a little bit low. Still leans B, but don't hold your breath that this market is going to sell. So tomorrow's news is PPI. Normally would cause a reaction up 1/10. X food, gas, plus 0.2. And small business optimism index at 105. All these numbers could come in higher than forecast given the recent economic data. We're at 69.75 right now, so let them get stops above the Globex high right here tonight. So 74, 76, sell 1. Not sure we can get there. If we close it at 67, 68, we will be wanting to be selling the 70, 72 area. 79.81 right now. On the buy side, 65, 67. And 60, 62. And I don't see much opportunity in the E-mini tomorrow. And it's funny, you know, how the volatility has come in on crude last couple of weeks. It's been pretty tough trading. Fortunately, we have gold, and about 3 days a week we have crude oil in the bond. Outside day, we do have a higher low and a higher high. This market is selling, so while F1 says you can buy it, the F2 screen is going to give us a different picture. We have two distributions lower. Don't think we break the market tomorrow. I do think that we will have a rumor fact trading situation in treasuries when the Fed raises interest rates. That news is built into the market. It's already priced in. So probably a little relief rally come Wednesday. Right now, 20 to 24 is buy 1. And 13 to 17 is buy 2. On the sell side, like to think we could get in at 31, but I don't know. So we'll put a 27 for Globex 31, sell 1. 3 to 7 for sell 2. Like to lean against the buck if possible, but 28 may hold. Just found out that Charlie ate my daughter's razor and a bar of Dove soap, and he's been throwing up ever since. Doesn't look like there's any damage from the razor, and looks like Charlie shouldn't be eating Dove soap. Puppies are messes, but there are a lot of compensating factors too. They're just into everything. Okay, we made another new contract low today. So supports 4 to 8, 29 to 01 by 1. Look for us being a little lower in London, and then 17 to 21 by 2. Yeah, he's probably have the cleanest insides he's ever going to have after that. Last rotate up in H period stopped at 16, so we'll make 12 to 16 number 1. 19 to 23 sell 1. 31 to 03 sell 2. But we breathed a sigh of relief that he wasn't throwing up in our house. Told Sarah it was part of owning a puppy. That's the part none of us want. Okay, gold and maybe the bond tomorrow will be our play. Unless for some reason crude takes off. We do have the APIs tomorrow night. So maybe the fear of the APIs will bring a little more life to the market. Gold tried to trade higher today. It stopped early where it should have in the 1210 area. Remember the last couple of days of last week we were talking about that 1209.60. As long as we could stay below 1210, this market could sell. So higher low, higher high on this screen, the F2 screen. And we didn't have a lot of range to work with gold, so stops below 1200, so 99s to 01s. And then 95, 97 by 2. On the sell side, 5 to 7. 9 to 11. And look for pretty quiet trading tomorrow. Crude oil. There was one more trade on the buy side as we went into the close, but the not a lot of volatility to work with today. So lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it. I don't think anybody would argue with that. The attractor down here is 45 1/4 on the assumption we can get through the low volume number at 47.50. So $50, 47.50, 45. Market numbers. It's how they trade. Putting all this together, we're looking at Bs, but we didn't break the market today, so I think we're right where we were this morning. 48.50 to 75, sell 1. 49, 49 1/4, sell 2. On the buy side, 48, 48 1/4, buy 1. we were a little lower than that, so we'll make 47.50, 47.40, 75 by 2. They're calling for upwards of 18 inches of snow some places up the East Coast. The low is formed off of South Carolina. It will move quickly. It'll just depend on the low staying offshore to really pump that moisture onshore, and then how cold it is inland. How strong the push was from the west. But when we get snow, I prefer it in the 4 to 8 inch range, and it's beautiful, and you got plenty to play with, and not too hard to get around. We've had an 18-inch snow and a 12-inch snow, and on the side streets in Wichita we use the solar system to clean our streets, and it happened to be really, really cold. It was a real cold snap in, and it took about 3 weeks for everything to be totally gone. Okay, higher low, higher high. We can buy in the euro. The euro was sold off the opening. That's the side we liked. And if we look at today's distribution, definitely a B, definitely heavy. I think we can do better than 107, but put a question mark at 107. So we'll look at 106.20.75 by 1. 106.50, and this is probably pretty optimistic given the FOMC on Wednesday. Now, the idea that they are going to raise interest rates come Wednesday, that in and of itself is a reason to sell the euro. You just want to get short, hold on to it till after Wednesday through the FOMC announcement, and that would be a good play for puts. Okay, 107.615 to 107.25. 107.40 to 50. Put a question mark at 107. 106.75. 106.50. I think the market is headed lower. That does it for this March the 13th, 2017. I will see y'all bright and early in the morning. Y'all have a great evening.